might know him from reality boat show Below Deck.
Sydney's kind of falling in love with Gary or something. It's only been about 3 weeks. I don't get it. It's Gary.
But long-term boaties will know Colin MacRae from his own seafaring channel, Sailing Parlay Revival.
Hi, my name's Colin. I used to be a chief engineer on super yachts, but gave it all up to buy a hurricane-damaged Lagoon 450.
His self-produced series documents a years-long labour of love, transforming a Caribbean shipwreck into the strongest Lagoon 450 catamaran to sail the 7 seas.
The Lagoon 450 is the most successful charter boat in the world. There's 1,000 of these boats sailing around the world, and that's for a good reason.
Up to 1 million viewers tune in every week to experience life on the open waves with Colin and his crew as they battle hurricanes, lightning strikes and a 2-year pandemic, steering toward their ultimate goal, circumnavigating the world. Please join me in welcoming Colin MacRae to the project. Now, a lot of other boaties said you were crazy taking a hurricane-damaged boat. Why did they say that, and why did you do it?
I basically couldn't have afforded one otherwise.
Right.
The Lagoon 450 was worth about $500,000 at the time.
Pre-hurricane?
Yeah, like an undamaged one. And the only way I could get my hands on one was to get a really damaged one. Hurricane Irma came through and destroyed. It was really sad for the communities and stuff, but there was an opportunity to get your hands on something.
How much work did your one need?
It was a constructive total loss, so it was destined for the scrapyard. There was no, like, insurance said it couldn't be fixed.
A write-off, basically.
Yeah, 100%. And me and a couple of mates said we can bring this back to life. Got it for a fraction of the price it was worth, and yeah, fixed it up, and
wow,
here we are.
It's a crazy thing to do, no matter which way you slice it. And you've got, like, audiences tuning in to watch your journey. Do you think it's boat nerds, or is there something else that they're kind of on board for?
Honestly, I think a lot of people like get inspiration about what we're doing, because it was a pretty difficult thing we went through, and then we had a whole bunch, like, we got struck by lightning and we had structural damage on the boat. It was really demoralising for a while, but we never gave up. And we just kept going, and I think a big part of it is the Kiwi can-do attitude.
Yeah.
And people tuned in all around the world and said, you know, if these guys can do it, maybe I can.
And now you're going to give it the ultimate test. You're going to sail it around the world. Tell us about this goal.
Yeah, so we've already done like 20,000 miles on it, which is pretty good for a hurricane-damaged boat. Yeah. And maybe 25 countries. We came through the Panama Canal. We're in Costa Rica right now, and we're going to go up to Mexico and then head across the Pacific next year. So
sounds awful.
Sounds amazing.
It's like it'll be a really hard time.
And you know, I'm a bit of a maritime expert, so I just want to make sure that you've got a you've got a plan for pirates if you come across pirates out there.
Yeah. No, we've had a few experiences. We went to Guatemala from Panama, and you go right next to Nicaragua on the Caribbean side, and there were. There was some incidents there where we actually had to turn all our lights off, all our chart plotters, everything, and just, you call it going dark, just so nobody can see where you are and what you're doing. Yeah.
Well, you're not in Guatemala now, Colin. What brings you back to New Zealand after 14 years away?
My brother just had a baby, made me an uncle for the first time, so I had to come back. For the last 4 years, I've always been saying that I'm going to sail home. But then, you know, COVID happened and we had all of these disasters happen on the boat, so it never happened. So I gave in and I flew home. But it was my dream to, like, sail home. So we're going to do that next year.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I've got to say, you know, you're a very striking fellow, and, you know, I don't know, you know, do you need a crew out there? But because, you know, I'd be keen to come, but I'd find, you know, looking at you maybe a little distracting.
Sorry about the
Everyone else on this boat is really hot too, Paddy. It's all good. Please put your hands together for Colin.